All right, folks, thanks for checking out the video. I want to talk today about an article that appeared in the USA Today regarding Florida Governor Ron DeSantis lobbying on behalf of tennis superstar Novak Djokovic to be allowed to participate in this month's Miami Open despite Djokovic not being vaccinated. Now, currently, foreigners are not allowed into the United States if they don't have the jab. Unless, of course, you sneak across the border, then you're more than welcome. But so this is going to show both the desperation of the media, in this case, the sports media, which, if you didn't know, is just as biased, just as leftist as the news media, if not more, in the United States. So this article is by a guy named Mike Freeman, and the headline says, "Stick to politics. Ron DeSantis, a hypocrite, using Novak Djokovic to attack Biden." Okay, so from the article here, it says many athletes, almost always the black athletes, are told to keep politics out of sports. LeBron James was told to shut up and dribble by Fox right winger Laura Ingraham. Donald Trump stated that protesting NFL players shouldn't get the politics involved. Colin Kaepernick has said repeatedly the message to him from most fans when he kneeled for the anthem was keep politics out of football. Former Senator Kelly Loeffler, one-time co-owner of the Atlanta Dream, wrote a letter to the commissioner of the WNBA in 2020 at the height of the Black Lives Matter movement, opposing having the words Black Lives Matter displayed during games. "We need less, not more politics in sports," she wrote. She added, "And now, more than ever, we should be united in our goal to remove politics from sports." And he says, "So imagine my surprise when Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, hyper-injected politics into sports, despite many of his right-wing brethren saying for decades it's so un-American that every time it occurs, Ben Franklin rolls over in his grave. DeSantis didn't just wade into the politics and sports pool. He dived from the high board, 50 feet up, head first, twisting and turning and belly flopping. Welcome aboard, Ron. I'll teach you the politics in sports handshake as soon as you pay the membership fee." DeSantis wrote to President Joe Biden on March 7th requesting tennis star Novak Djokovic be allowed to compete at this month's Miami Open, despite Djokovic being unvaccinated for COVID-19. Reuters reports that the United States currently prevents unvaccinated foreigners from entering the country. That policy is expected to be lifted when the government ends its COVID-19 emergency declarations on May 11th. "This denial is unfair, unscientific, and unacceptable," DeSantis wrote. "The only thing keeping Mr. Djokovic from participating in this tournament is your administration's continued enforcement of a misguided, unscientific, and out-of-date COVID-19 vaccination requirement for foreign guests," DeSantis said. "DeSantis doesn't care about the merits of the policy. He's using Djokovic and sports as a way to bludgeon Biden. The fact Djokovic is a petulant brat who has refused to believe in basic scientific principles isn't the main story here. The story is DeSantis, who seems to be prepping a presidential run and is being brazenly hypocritical. It's apparently okay to put politics in sports as long as it's your politics." Okay, all right. So Mike Freeman is a hack. Okay, the issue that most people have had pertaining to politics in sports is specifically during the game, making political points in the middle of a game. That's it. Players are free to be as political as they want on their own time. The issue people have had is during the game. So there is no hypocrisy here. It's not like Novak Djokovic is, holding up a sign in the middle of his match talking about the vaccine. He's never done that. It's not like Ron DeSantis is running into center court and giving a speech about how this rule is unfair. They're talking about it outside of the bounds of the tournament. So this Mike Freeman guy is a clown because he's comparing two completely different sets of circumstances. Okay, we don't even know Novak Djokovic's politics. At least I don't. I know he's clearly against the vaccine mandate, but I don't know where he stands on any other issue. So he's not even really a political guy. He's just not wanting to be forced to inject something into him, which might cause his body harm. He's in pristine physical condition. He's, immaculately maintains his physical shape, and he doesn't want to be forced to get something that is possibly going to damage him, both his career and possibly his life. It's as simple as that. So this Mike Freeman guy is just desperate to attack Ron DeSantis. All the leftists are right now. He's desperate to attack, particularly, I'll just say it, a white superstar athlete who, in his eyes, is making a political point, even though Djokovic is not a political guy. He's just taking a stand on this one issue, which really isn't a political issue. I've heard a lot of leftists who are not in favor of mandates. They may be left wing on a lot of other issues, but not this particular issue. So this Mike Freeman guy is a joke. He's a clown. He gets a 6-figure salary to spew his nonsense in USA Today. In fact, if you look at his title here, his actual title is Race and Inequality Editor, Sports. So, yeah, it's just hilarious. He just wanted to get a shot in on Djokovic and DeSantis. He's not even making a very good point here. So let me know what you all think. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.